What is up guys, it's Jace from Cyclists Training Partner. Welcome to another video. Today we're having a quick walk around my Emonda SL6, starting right now. Now the keen eye amongst you is going to notice that the forks are now green instead of silver. That's because I had a crash, broke the forks. So on the whole the bike weighs 7.2 kilos, that's with Garmin, pedals, light, saddle, everything on it. As it stands right now, it's the Trek Emonda SL frame set, and that's 500 series carbon. We obviously broke the fork and had to fit a previous generation fork, which is not direct mount brakes, but the Ultegra caliper is pretty perfect for what I use it for. We've still got the R8000 STIs, which are absolutely fabulous again. Pro stem, I have swapped out the handlebars for FSA Omegas, which I just really like the way the sweep of the drop comes down, and they're not incredibly deep either. It's a 54 centimeter frame, and I've reversed the seat mast cap to reduce the setback. So in effect, I'm further forward over the bottom bracket. What that does is it opens an acute hip angle more, so I'm not pinched in the hip and I can just generate power easily. On the rear we've got the Bontrager direct mount brakes. Now I normally run an 1123 cassette on the back, but I'm running a 28 because we're going to Switzerland in a few weeks. Got a 5339 chainring. The pedals are Dura-Ace R9100s, 165 cranks, and on the non-drive side I've got a 105 4i power meter. Now the wheels are pretty special on this bike. They are Dura-Ace C24 carbon tubulars. They're a 24mm deep wheel, and I think there's something crazy like 16mm wide. They're not very wide at all. They're paired with Continental competition in a 22mm. I've got a Bontrager Flare RT on the back. That's paired with a Bontrager Hilo Pro saddle, which is one of the split noses. And this thing has been a revelation, to be honest. Considering I'm a climber and I like climbing, going uphill fast, and weight's a consideration. It's not the top consideration. Comfort's the consideration that I go for, and so having a saddle that weighs 400 grams doesn't mean anything, because after 3 hours of riding I'm still going to be comfortable in the saddle and able to generate all the power. And yeah, I don't think there's actually a better bike on the market for the performance the bike gives you, the weight, the ride quality. You know, I can do 9 hours on this bike and feel like I've not even left my living room. It's that comfortable. And I've had the Trek Emonda, I've had the Trek Madone, I've had a couple of Emondas. Now after my journey to discover what bike's fastest, I've settled back on the Emonda. That's because I found it to be faster in all the testing that I've done. The Emonda SL rides just as well as the SLR. In the rim brake model it's a little bit lighter, which is nice. I don't think I've seen a 2021 rim brake release just yet, but when they do release that, I'm definitely going to be going for one of those. With the T47 bottom bracket, you can't really knock that. There's going to be nothing that can possibly go wrong with these bikes now, if I'm being honest with you. It really safeguards this bike, makes it a lot more user-friendly for you to work on. And with the removal of disc brakes, when they bring out the rim brake model, it's going to require you to not have to be a mechanic to work on your own bike. You can just fit your own rim brake wheel set, and off you go, you've got a normal bike again. The bike is also mechanical gearing. That's because I don't really enjoy the faff of having to charge batteries and, you know, all this fancy gizmos and stuff. I just don't need it. I just need a gear cable that works. If you snap the gear cable, you just put a new gear cable in, and that is it. You don't need to be spending £200 batteries here and there, and chargers cost 60 quid for a battery charger. Don't think so. You need a pair of pliers and a 4mm Allen key and you're done. So there it is guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you've got anything else to add, and we'll see you in the next video.